Yo, what up? It's Grip. Y'all make sure y'all check me out on the Bootleg Kev Podcast. Yes, Ersky.
Bootleg Kev Podcast, special guest, my guy. Good to see you, man.
Man, good to see you, man. Long time no see.
Shady Records' newest Grip.
What's happening, everybody?
Atlanta's finest is in the building, man. Welcome, man. Welcome. Hey, first of all, I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, because I remember when my boy Erica Rock put me onto your shit. He put me onto the Snubnose project. Yeah. I was like, oh, I gotta find this guy. We got to get him on the show.
You were one of the first people that reached out.
Yeah, man. Like it's so dope. And then just to see you kind of like just drop consistently throughout the pandemic, just dropping records and just staying on your shit, man. And like, obviously it paid off. Like, kind of take me to what led to M coming to the table. Like what caught his attention?
Yeah, I'll give you the months, like the months leading up to this shit. So like, we dropped Snubnose in like October of 2019, right?
Right.
Shit's goddamn, I was getting critical acclaim and, went on tour with Jid, Europe. Came back like December, like Christmas, right? January, we setting up for this Brent tour. We finna tour the States with Brent, right? Then COVID. And then everything shuts down. And we're kind of just like,
that'd have been a big tour too.
A big tour,
yeah.
Bro. Like, and we're supposed to make some good money, right? So like, it's like, damn, all right, well, what we gonna do? So automatically I just lock in and I make Halo. You know what I'm saying? I make Halo within, I think like a week. And I'm like, all right, shit, well, we're releasing on Bandcamp. At least that way, people can goddamn just tune in and throw some money at it if
right.
they want
you
to.
Make some money off
right?
it, yeah.
So make Halo, did that shit. Turn around, made Probicidia. We kind of just wait. At this point, nobody knows like what's going on. And
right.
When's the world gonna open back up? Like,
right.
Everything's shutting down. Everything's getting canceled. I made that one. I think shortly after I made that one, I think Paul might have reached out, and just show interest. You know what I'm saying? So at first it was just talks with Paul, and then it turned into, well, M heard it, and he, you know what I'm saying, he's interested. So from there, we kind of just like, all right, well, let's figure something out. You know what I'm saying? So this is in the pandemic. This is 2019.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
2020.
No, that's 2020. This
2020.
Right?
Yeah.
My shit's all fucked up. So this is
It's all blur, buddy. It's all a fucking blur, man.
It's all a blur, right? So like, it's 2020. I just go back to, and at the start, January, I started recording I Die For This.
Okay.
January 2020.
So you already started working on the album.
Mm-hmm. So then but then I took a pause. I recorded those other projects and put them out just to have some shit out.
Yeah.
So then once we talked to, M and Paul, it was kind of like, all right, bet. Like, so now I'm inspired again. So like, let me finish this shit. So that way, if I fly out there and shit and play some shit for him, I got
you got a body of work ready to go. Yeah.
So continued working on I Die For This. By the time we got up there, it was just like, all I had to do was ask him like, yo, this is the song I want you on. And, so I was thinking about Royce on this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I think that M said he heard Snubnose, and 226 caught him. Like, so it's a song where I'm kind of rapping fast and switching cadences and shit. And Big Ruby at the beginning, he's like, that shit.
So it was Snubnose that caught his attention.
Yeah, Snubnose caught his attention.
Because I feel like Snubnose was so like slept on, especially like on the DSPs. Like, I feel like once you started dropping music in the pandemic, like I was like, oh shit, I see Grip making these fucking big playlists. This is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then people was going back to Snubnose and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. I think every drop I've ever had, like it just kind of got bigger every time. You know what I'm saying? Like naturally just
That's got to be dope though, like to have like a concept project like Snubnose be the thing that catches Eminem's attention.
Hell yeah, man. I felt like, because for a long time, man, I was kind of upset with it because like I felt like it was a great body of work that kind of just like fell under the radar.
No, it definitely did.
Yeah, so then I was just like, for a long time I was kind of just like, I was frustrated.
For people who don't understand, like you had a project in 2019 you put out called Snubnose. This is the project that kind of got me onto you real tough. But what, like, it was a whole entire concept to the album. Break down what that was.
So Snubnose, of course, is a revolver.
Revolver, yeah.
So pretty much, I just like compare like the mechanism, like the secular mechanism, to like the hood, like just like our environment. So like, and kind of like spoke from the perspective of a gun, spoke on different cycles, and brought it back full circle at the end. So pretty much, you know, in a nutshell, like that's what it was.
It was like the most creative, ill way to do what like Nas and Tupac did, but like over an entire body of work.
Over the entire body of work. And I just remember like as a kid, like hearing like I Gave You Power.
Oh, I Gave You Power is
like,
the
God
best.
Damn, I think it was just one of those songs. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, you know I Gave You Power. Like, it's like one of those songs you're like, Nas is a goat, man. What the fuck are we doing here?
I remember. Like, so I think that it was just dope that at least M caught that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at least this kind of catapulted me to this next level. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that means that the project served its purpose. And think about Illmatic, right? Illmatic was a underground favorite. I mean, obviously it came out on Columbia, but like really once Nas really started to pop, I believe a lot of people had to go back to that shit. Yeah, barely just went double platinum like 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? We think of Illmatic as this like
the holy grail
of hip hop, and it's like, bro, it's barely double platinum.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess it'd be like
Reasonable Doubt, same thing, right?
Reasonable Doubt, for sure.
Reasonable Doubt. How many people like had no fucking idea about Reasonable Doubt until Jay started really, really getting these commercial records, and so I think that's kind of like your moment. So the album, like obviously, when you have a body of work that's done, you present it to Shady Records, right? You pick the song you want Eminem on, or does he pick it?
Well, I did. I don't know how I go usually, but like I was like, because when I played it, I played it before I told him. So then when I played it, he was like, "Damn, like this hook is dope as fuck." I was like, "Oh shit, well great."
It's the one.
Like, this the one I wanted you on.
This the one I wanted you on.
Yeah, man. So like, we kind of catered. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of catered that shit like to like, all right, man, if we was gonna get him on a song, what would, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
What would I want it to be? What do I want this shit to sound like? So like that's kind of like why I kind of feel like it was easy for him to just like walk straight into it. And
it's got to be hard too, because like, especially you brought up Royce M. You know, I always say Royce, and I mean Royce is a fucking Jedi. He's a maniac, one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But you would think you wouldn't like. You get your M verse back, you get your Royce verse back. You already got your shit done, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta like, it's almost like you gotta had already had recorded that, hoping that they was gonna get on it, and you went super stupid hard.
Yeah.
Or did you like recut any of your shit?
I don't recut, man. I respect the, you know, I respect the shit.
Because you know
man.
sometimes
it's a code though.
You'll send the record out with the hook and then the open verse. What's okay. All right, this was good. Now I need to know what I need to do.
It's a code for me. So like, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, if an artist is bigger than you, they gonna want to hear your shit on there first,
right? Because they don't want to look crazy. Then we don't want the LL Cool J cannabis shit happening.
Right,
yeah.
So you know, out of respect and just like, you know, like I said, it's a code, man. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna send it with my shit on there. I'm gonna try to go as hard as possible, but some motherfuckers gonna flip some shit and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, hey, it is what it is. So like with them. Like with Royce, I had already had the song constructed, like the first half and the second half. So he just took the whole middle, you know what I'm saying, the whole middle portion, and killed the shit, like, which is what I was expecting him to do anyways. But then with like M shit, I spit at 16. I was just trying to write the most motherfucking internal, just did that.
Lyrical, spiritual,
you know what I'm saying? Like I was going in, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time trying to like do my own thing. So when I sent it to him, you know, and he sent back, and I was like, I was already knowing that he was coming with at least 36 bars. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like I already knew. I was like, all right, bet. Like, and he went in. He just went the fuck off, and it was like, yo, I don't change shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't change nothing. Like anytime.
It's crazy too, because like I just feel like you know what I appreciate about what Eminem does on Shady is it's not about clout politics. It's like, who's dope?
Yeah.
Like look at Boogie is dope.
Right.
The Griselda guys, fire. Like people forget when Eminem brought Griselda to Shady, like Griselda was buzzing and like amongst the hip hop heads, like boom bap kids, but it was nothing like it is now.
Yeah.
Like he's super early on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's dope because like a lot of times we'll see a lot of these executives or artists turns executives, and it's really about like, it's really not. It's not as much about the talent and the capabilities as a rapper as it is about like the dollar signs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think that's one of the things when talking to him. Of course, I know it's a business. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like when I talk to him and shit, it's like you still felt like he's an artist and like he kind of just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a coach who used to play basketball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a difference. It's a difference. A coach who played in the NBA.
Yeah, they
you know
got different respect with the players. That's why you always hear like, yeah, man, this guy.
You feel me?
A ex-player always gets the locker room easier.
You feel me? Like so, like I felt that. You know what I mean? I felt that. Like before we even any paperwork, anything. You know what I mean? And he was just like, yo, like I don't want to change nothing. Like you know what I mean? Like pretty much that's just granting you creative control. Yeah. So it's just like, cool.
So you have creative control in your situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire. That's big. That's huge. That's very uncommon. Yeah, for real. So obviously Eminem is one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously you respect him as an MC. As far as like coming up, like were you listening to a lot of like, you know, I'm not saying you were listening to Revival, by the way, you know, whatever, if you were, but were you were you like tapped in as like a pretty big Eminem fan coming up?
Yeah. I could probably spit verbatim Slim Shady LP all the way to the Eminem show.
Those are my three.
Yeah,
and the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Yeah, 8 Mile soundtrack.
I wish he would have made a whole album when he was recording that.
Bro,
if Eminem would have did a whole album when he was in the 8 Mile fucking mode, them 3 records on 8 Mile are fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro, going hard. And
there's some shit on Encore too.
I remember the mixtapes and shit, the DJ Clue mixtapes and shit.
Yo, he had a verse. There was a song called "We All Die One Day" on Obi Trice's album. It was Obi, Lloyd Banks, 50, and Eminem. It's my favorite Eminem verse ever. I feel like no one talks about that verse enough. But that era of like early G Unit,
hell yeah, man,
8 Mile, and when M was jumping on all the Who Kid tapes, the Green Lantern shit, bro. Talking shit about Ja Rule, talking shit. I mean, it was just like
and shit. Yeah,
it's one of the best eras ever, man.
Going in, bro. So yeah, no, I was big on him like before.
What's your favorite album from him? Like favorite? I'm not saying best. Because I think they're different.
Shit, probably maybe the Eminem show.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, maybe the Eminem show.
I think like probably the best you could probably say is Marshall Mathers LP, but to me Eminem show is the one.
Yeah, because I think like Marshall Mathers LP, like I went in and I remember the first time I literally, bro, I vividly remember like my big sister had just got her license or some shit, and we just driving up the street to, hey mom, can we go to the gas station or whatever?
Right.
And slide the motherfucking CD in, you know what I'm saying? Like literally just
and then some wild shit. Bitch, I'ma kill you.
Yeah,
like
you
a murder weapon, I'ma conceal
you. Know what I'm saying? Like, so it was hard, bro.
I'm like, mom, turn that shit off. You're gonna take my CD and throw it out.
And I could hear like how his style had changed and shit. And just like him adjusting to to the industry and shit. So it was dope, man. But I probably say the Eminem show.
Yeah, Eminem show's my shit. Yeah. So what's been dope about just watching Atlanta over the last like 5 or 6 years is just like Atlanta, obviously, well, for the last 20 to 20, it's been 20 strong years where Atlanta's ran rap music, right?
Yeah.
But like, just in terms of like, you know, obviously there's the Migos, 21 Savage, Chains, like all these guys who've been like superstars shaping the culture. But to see guys like JID, to see Black, to see yourself, like all, like Atlanta always to me was like, you know, growing up, Outkast was my favorite shit. Like, Aquemini is my second favorite album ever. And, like, it's just dope that, like, there's still that, like lineage of, like, you know, that energy still coming out of the A.
For sure.
And what's dope about it, too, is now it's like, you know, I'm sure when you were growing up and when we were probably coming up around the same era, it felt like hip-hop was a lot more segregated.
Yeah.
It'd be like, this is the real rap shit. This is the commercial shit.
Yeah.
This the boom bap shit. Right. But now I feel like everyone just fucks with each other. Yeah. Like, it's like, you know, do you remember how crazy it was when Talib Kweli did a song with Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Or it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It wasn't even that, actually. I take that back. It was just the fact that Jay shouted out Talib Kweli on a song. Yeah. They didn't even do a record together. It was when he said lyrically I'd be Talib Kweli. Everybody's like, oh my God, he shouted out Talib.
Around like Common Sense.
Right.
5 mil.
Or like Common Sense. Like, but it's crazy to think like we came from an era when like the Rocket shit, the Common shit, the Black Star shit was like another world from Nas and Jay-Z because they were commercially successful artists. But I feel like nowadays, like everything blends in together.
Yeah, somewhat for the most part.
Yeah, like you would see like, you know, Griselda doing records with 2 Chainz. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that come out of like just like that. But see, like for instance, like Outkast and motherfucking who would jump on that shit? Like a frequent collaborator too. Like they had motherfuckers from Wu-Tang on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like it, you know, like I think it was like
Raekwon was on.
Raekwon. So like it's
Skew it to
like
the Barbie.
a respect thing. Like oh no, I see y'all doing y'all thing. I fuck with it. Like, and if time allows, like shit, let's lock in.
Well, think about like even like Big Boy, right? He put out I just think like as a kid, like to think that like a trapped out rapper like Jeezy would do a song with Outkast, it just wouldn't make sense to me as a fan.
Yeah, but it's
but it's like I'm just glad that like. Cause I used to be one of them little hip hop snob. I mean, that ain't real rap shit, man. The fuck is this shit, man? But it's like all this shit is fun. It's all. It's all.
How
do you feel about like kind of the current state of Atlanta and just like where it is as far as like artist integrity? Like I feel like Atlanta still runs this whole shit, bro. Like
I think it's in a good place, man. I think that has a decent balance. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the trap shit, or at least the trap sound, you know what I'm saying? Because it started off as trap because niggas was talking about trap shit. Now it's just
it's
trap
just the sound
now, right? So like, I feel like even if it may not have been as hard as it was like 10 years ago, but it's still like the hardest shit. It dominates the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more friendly on the ear now. You know what I'm saying? Like kids can fuck with it and like, everybody, right?
A lot of these motherfuckers, 21 Savage can rap his ass off.
You feel
the
me?
Migos.
You feel me?
Literally
like,
probably the most influential rappers of the last like decade.
Man. So I fuck with it, bro. And then on just like the lyrical side of things, you know, just like I feel like we all gotta. Like we kind of fuck with each, like for the most part, everybody fuck with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, on the lyrical shit. So like I said, like JID, like that's the homie and shit. So like, you know, we talk.
Earth Gang's out there.
Kenny, you know, Kenny Mason.
Kenny Mason was just here. He freestyle. He's a fucking beast.
Yeah, man. That's the
he's an alien, man.
Homie and shit, man. So like, you know, I think it's in a good spot, bro.
Hey, what up, man? We got to interrupt the interview real quick to tell you about our family at Odd Socks. Now, when I be riding for Odd Socks so hard, man, it's because I really love the product. They got the most comfortable socks in the fucking world. I got a pair of Odd Socks Basics on right now. Go get those. They got the socks, WWE joints, you know what I'm saying? Shout to the Undertaker, Pepsi, motherfucking, really whatever you need. Some weed socks, Nickelodeon. But really, they got the draws now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm holding a pair of Tapatio underwear right now. You want some Pop-Tarts on your dick? Pop-Tart draws. And these motherfuckers are so comfortable. Like, man. So listen, you got to go to oddsocksofficial.com and use the promo code, the discount code Bootleg Kev at oddsocksofficial.com. You'll save 20% off underwear, the most comfortable socks in the world. Crazy licenses. Not only they got the WWE, they got the Scarface, they got the Street Fighter, they got the Nickelodeon, they got it all. So make sure you hit that website, oddsocksofficial.com. Save 20% off with the promo code Bootleg Kev. All right? Go do that. Shout out to Odd Socks. Let's get back to the interview. What's in your opinion, if somebody was coming to Atlanta and they'd never been to a strip club, what would be the one place you'd be like, you got to go here?
Probably take them to Magic City.
I went to Magic City. I was disappointed.
Did you eat the wings?
They weren't good. They were all right. Were you there, Cook? I was very disappointed. They were tiny ass wings, bro.
Right,
you know that Magic City wings.
You want the jumbo wings, bro?
You know that Magic City wings are small as hell.
You want the jumbo wings?
Are they not small ass wings?
Depends, man. Depending on what night, man. A wing this size, bro. That's about
I heard
right,
the
bro.
Blue Flame is better food wise. Maybe I don't know. Guess what Killer Mike told me?
Nah. I ain't going for it. He gonna say, yeah, he's hit up the flame. Hey, if we talking about food, hey, shit, Cheetah's a 5-star restaurant.
And that's like they play like Nickelback in there, right?
I don't know what they play.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
I mean, shaking ass
Look at this
Nickelback.
photograph. Yeah. Yo, Jaron Benton tried to take me to the Claremont Lounge.
Oh, yeah. That's
like a real scumbag.
That's a little freak show.
He said there was midgets and elderly women in there.
Freak show in there, bro. One leg ladies and shit, dancing and shit.
You been in there?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I'm gonna take you to this place, bro. It's crazy. Fucking old women in one arm.
Yeah, man. It's
midgets,
like
all kinds of shit.
it's one of them play. I could imagine like that shit being in like Tijuana or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just a random night, just drive down there and just like.
You ever been to TJ?
Shit. No, man. We plan on going soon, man. I got a homie in San Diego. He's just
You
like,
go to San Diego, check out TJ. They got great Mexican food.
Man.
Great Mexican food.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they got the tacos. Every corner, the best tacos. Yeah,
We probably gonna hit that shit.
yeah, 100%. So the album is out. What is like? Because I think like obviously with. I don't know how your deal's structured, but what was kind of cool about what happened with Griselda was like they were signed to Shady, but they also were just dropping independent shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Right.
Is this on Shady? Is this not on Shady?
Right,
like Conway still hasn't dropped his Shady Records album, and I heard it like a year ago. Like it's
Yeah.
but like, what's like your situation? Are you gonna just flood the fucking marketplace?
Yeah.
Or?
So like that shit was released. It was distributed through Shady. I died for this. So that's Straight Society through Shady distribution. But yeah, man. So I mean, technically, we haven't even had a debut.
So technically, they just distributed the project.
Yeah, technically, yeah. So they haven't had a debut Shady album yet, but it will be one for sure.
Are you already working on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that going to be something where you like let M come in and maybe do some executive producing, or you kind of got the creative control?
You know, it depends. You know what I'm saying?
If he executive produces it, you're going to have Skylar Grey singing on every fucking hook.
Oh no, I'm gonna swap that out. I'm gonna swap that out.
You're going to have Pink and Skylar Grey singing on everything.
I'm gonna bring some sisters in that motherfucker.
Yeah, bring yeah. Shout out to M, yeah, the legend. But now, as far as like your what you're a fan of right now, artists who inspire you right now, who's out there that you're like really just like, man, I'm just a fan. Politics aside, I just fuck with your shit.
Let's see. Tierra Whack for sure. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Schoolboy heavy. Kendrick, of course.
That Kendrick verse on that Family Tie is crazy.
Yeah, that shit's
better
crazy.
than Drake's whole album. That verse. Anyway.
He says it on record.
I said it, not you. He smoked on your top 5.
Shit, who else we got? Of course, like Cole. I fuck with Cole. The Jids, you know what I'm saying? Anderson .Paak. Shit, man. So Tyler is fucking really killing it right now.
Yeah, his album is so crazy.
Yeah, bro.
He put a whole rapping ass Gangsta Grills out. This album of the year.
He's in a different bag right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, of course 3 Stacks. I'm still waiting to goddamn.
Did you hear
to him or some shit?
Well, did you hear the Kanye song?
Yeah,
oh
man.
My God, I'm like, how did this not make the album?
I mean, that second verse that Kanye came, I was like, what's he doing? Like he kind of just ruined like what was going on.
The vibe of the song. It's like, bro, did you not just hear Andre pour his fucking heart out?
Like, yo, you come here talking some other shit. It's
I
like,
mean, maybe that's why it just didn't come out.
Yeah, I get it, but yeah, nah. Of course, like I'm waiting, bro, for the day that I'm sending 3 Stacks a fucking song, bro. Like,
bro, you know what it feels like with Andre. Based like when I saw him put out that statement about that song, where he was like, "I'd love to work with Kendrick." I'm like, I feel like he would do a lot more verses if people would just ask.
Yeah, people reached out to him.
I don't think people reach out to him because I just feel like people think he's unobtainable.
Yeah, man, people got to find his ass. You know what I'm saying? He's
just at random places.
Fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Eating that food.
Playing the flute. And,
it's so crazy.
Some people might say they saw him at a concert or some shit.
Is Andre like your, like...
He's my GOAT.
Number 1.
Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, 3 Stacks.
Yeah, I think Andre's, he's in my top 5, man.
Yeah. I'll go.
I feel like Outkast is undisputably the greatest hip hop group of all time.
Yeah. It's close with the.
I think for me it's Outkast,
and then
I like Wu-Tang Tribe as my 3.
Wu-Tang Tribe.
Those are kind of my personal 3.
I might say Tribe. Say yeah. You going.
Outkast, Wu-Tang Tribe, and then from there it's like really whatever you're into.
Yeah.
Gangstar, Mobb Deep. I mean Gangstar, Primo wasn't rapping.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
I mean, NWA. See, but like NWA, I just like that shit was before.
Man, No Limit Soldiers, man.
No Limit Soldiers wasn't a group, bro. That wasn't no group.
Originally. Shit, it was. Shit, slick. Yeah, I got who that? We got P. Yeah,
C Murder.
Shocker, C Murder.
Remember?
Magic. Come on.
Yeah, you remember every time you'd get a No Limit album, there'd be all these fucking albums that like you'd be like, yo, when the fuck is this Little Soldiers album ever gonna come out? Mercedes rear end. Bro, you know how many times I touched myself as a kid to that album cover? That was the closest thing to pussy I had. I'd be like, yo, let me see Mercedes fucking crotch on this fucking album cover. It was like Mac.
I never heard none of the music.
Never. Shit. How many? There were so many No Limit artists like that. Sons of Harmony.
A bunch of
Mac.
Yeah, bro.
Fiend was dope though. There's One in Every Family was fire. And then also, how many different versions of the 504 Boys album was promoted?
Oh yeah, 504 Boys.
Every No Limit album you'd buy, it'd be like 504 Boys coming soon, and it'd be like one version would have like C Murder, Mr. Cool, P, and Silk in it, and then the next album you buy, it'd be like 504 Boys coming soon with Snoop Dogg in the 504. What
like,
the fuck?
Damn, Snoop in this motherfucker.
This 504 Boys album. I've been waiting for this shit for 2 years.
Yeah.
I used to have a No Limit chain as a kid.
I think we all did. Had the tank on them.
The little silver guy from the mall.
From the beauty supply store and
then they put their fucking clothes out, and I couldn't afford. I was trying to get one of them No Limit 99 jerseys at Mr. Rags, but them shit was like $100, and I could never afford these.
Oh, yeah, nah, see, man, we got them. Yeah, man, we just.
I never had the Masterpiece shoes.
We had
ever.
The flea market shit.
You ever get the Masterpiece sneakers?
Hell no. I think by that point, I think I was kind of just like.
Yeah, you know what was crazy? hey, the No Limit shit was so popping, and then it just wasn't. Really fast.
That's how it goes.
Bro, but like so fast.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
It was like the hottest shit in the world, and then it was just over.
Yeah, man.
I feel like the last Master P album where I was like, oh, this shit ain't it, is the Only God Can Judge Me shit with the cross, the diamond out cross on the front. I remember I listened to that shit. I was like, nah.
It's over with. It's over for
and then he put out the album where he had he was in his Hornets jersey on the basketball court on the cover.
Yeah, man.
Ghetto. I think MP The Last Dawn was probably the last No Limit album I really fucked with.
I was him with the goddamn like kind of like top hat shit.
It was the one that had like the 3D cover with the top hat and the rings and shit. Had Make 'Em Say Part 2 on it.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
But see, he had movies and shit on lock. Like I
got the hookup was fire.
Bro. Come on, bro.
I Got the Hookup was so slept on, bro. Yeah, I think like P is like obviously, you know, shout out to P, man. That's one guy I haven't interviewed yet. If I ever interviewed him, BFP the Pac-Man's calling me in the middle of an interview. Let's see what he says. I'm in the middle of an interview right now, bro.
Bro, don't treat me like I'm no regular rapper, bro. You gotta send me credentials so I can post, bro. I post my interviews, bro.
I got you. I ain't one of them niggas that don't post their interviews. Hey, hold on.
I got you.
Hey, this is my producer. He ain't send me the folder. Hey, Cook, what the fuck are we doing?
I'll send it right now. Nigga, don't ever do me like that. You showed me love bringing me in there, bro. I wouldn't dare not post the interview.
My guy, I got you. I'm gonna get you a folder right now. Let me finish. I'm in the middle of an interview.
Who you interviewing?
The homie Grip.
What's happening, bro? What's happening? How you doing?
Yo, what's going on with you, brother?
I'm good, brother. How you?
Man, good. Man, sorry about that.
Oh, no, you good, fool? You good?
Hit me after, bro. Hit me after.
All right, man.
Kev, that's how I'm gonna be on your ass, man. I need the interview too. Shit.
You fuck with BFB the Pac-Man?
Nah. I never.
Have you heard of him?
Nah.
Oh my god. He's like he's like the funniest rapper alive.
Oh, matter of fact, you played this shit. You played this shit for me.
Bro,
Where that nigga from? Where he from?
He's fucking hilarious. He's from Flint, Michigan.
He from Michigan and shit, right? Oh yeah, no. We watched this shit. Yeah, we watched this shit. Nah, he was cold.
Bro, he's so
cold,
funny.
Bro. He was cold. Yeah. Nah, that's dope.
Yeah, he's like the funniest rapper. He be just saying normal shit that we all be thinking, but he just be saying it.
He's saying that shit. Yeah, he cold. I watched some shit one night with this nigga. We was just going down a little rabbit hole.
Yeah, the Pac-Man rabbit hole gets deep, man.
Yeah, it's hard.
What was the fuck we were just talking about? Oh, Master P. Shout out to Master P. Anyway, respect to Master P. Respect to No Limit Records. It did end fast. What's your favorite No Limit album?
Shit, I don't know. True to the Game, maybe. I don't know.
I fuck with that Ghetto Dope.
Ghetto Dope hard. Of course, Ghetto D hard as fuck. You know what I'm
Make
saying?
crack like this, man. Yeah. Bourbons and Bourbons and Cadillacs? The Bourbons and Lacs. And I Miss My Homies was crazy.
Oh yeah. Nah, you right. So yeah, man. I don't know, bro.
Ghetto D is like No Limit's Illmatic.
Ghetto D is there though, bro. Like, but then like of course you got like the motherfucking UGKs and you got,
of course,
you know.
Obviously, how about this? Outside of Cast, even outside of the Dungeon family, right? Because Goody Mob's incredible. But like, who was some Southern influences coming up as an MC that really, you know, kind of helped shape your style that was like, oh shit, there's other motherfuckers out here that really got bars.
Yeah,
You know, obviously besides a Tip, man.
Scarface. Shit. Actually, my fucking Sean J from Phil Mob is a motherfucking monster, bro.
He had a bar on one of his songs where he said, so poor. I forget, he's something about the soap being so small.
Oh yeah, like made with soap the size of a shirt. Was it that shit?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, nah, he got bars, man. Hey, if y'all go
Phil
back
Mob
and
was
listen to, go back and listen
crazy.
to
From the rooter to
Sean
the
J.
tutor, man.
Yes,
From the
bro.
rooter to the tutor.
Sean J got bars, dog. Like,
Phil Mob was crazy. Yeah, they're slept on. I wonder. Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about Phil Mob. And they had some hits too. That joint with Sierra.
Hell yeah. So what?
What?
So at one point, you know, niggas, we was on Luda and shit. You know, Luda was hard.
Hey, that T.I. freestyle that did it for me. He had a Jackin' for Beats freestyle.
Keep my name out your mouth. I done said it before. That one.
Yes. And when he said, what did he say? I'm like Martin Luther King with a GAT. Because the haters want to alleviate me or some shit.
Alleviate me.
Oh my God.
But see, he had an older one, man, when he was like just going by Tip. That he had a Jackin' for Beats that was hard, bro. Like he was doing Biggie beats and some more shit on that shit, bro. Like, but yeah, Tip's definitely coming out of Atlanta, bro. Like, that shit was huge. You know what I'm saying?
Would you ever want to do obviously with Tyler kind of bringing back the Gangster Girls thing, would you ever want to do a Gangster Girls? Because I feel like that's like obviously growing up, that was a big deal, man.
Yeah, of course. But shit, now I feel like we in a day and age that now people just gonna be like, oh, you copying off of
That's
Tyler.
true.
And it's like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Tyler got down was just kind of paying homage to
an era.
To an era and shit. So, but you know how people is nowadays. So I would probably just do it with it.
Was there any sort of competition as far as whether or not you signed with Shady? Were there other people you were considering signing with?
Kind of, but this shit made the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, you know, a few people, man. I ain't talked to some people since then and shit. You know, I don't know if they feel the way or what, but
Oh, you think like maybe because you passed, they might feel...
Yeah, just a little
People
bit.
are weirdos, man.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
It's called business.
It's a business move, man. Like,
At the end of the day, like, doesn't mean we're not friends. It's like,
yeah, man. I still fall with you. You know what I mean?
Music industry people are just emotional motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, man. But see, sometimes, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, a few deals fell through and shit, and I kind of like, see, that shit gave me like a chip on my shoulder and shit. So like,
You had deals fall through?
yeah. So like, even the A&Rs or whoever that was bringing the deals to the table and shit, I slick just like didn't talk to them for a while and shit. And then not like I was mad at them because I know like it ain't your fault. You was presenting the shit to, you know what I'm saying, to the bosses and shit. But you know, so I gotta get over that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I have a chip on my shoulder and shit. You know what I mean?
Man, nah. It's, hey man, the most emotional friends I have are artists. Cause it's like you almost have to be an emotional person to give a fuck that much to get so good at something.
Yeah, man.
And it's art, right? So it's
I know you watched The Last Dance.
of course.
Motherfucker getting mad at anything.
And when you're talking about art, like this is like literally like your blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
You
really
know
put
what I'm
it out
saying?
there. You put it out there.
It's
for
not
the
like
world.
you're like a contractor and you put in flooring or something.
Right,
It's like,
right.
no, this is my art, bro. This is like my expression. This is my everything.
It's a life you putting out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And you putting out here for the world to hear.
Well, look, the album is out, and you're working. It's not even your Shady Records debuts. Yeah, just distributed. Got the distro.
Just a debut release. I say a debut album. You know.
What is it like? You know, obviously Paul's a guy who is a legendary executive. You know, was running Def Jam for a few years, has managed a bunch of big artists. I mean, Eminem, but also, you know, was managing Action Bronson for a little bit. What's Paul like? You know, I feel like we don't really know a lot about Paul as far as like most executives are a little bit more out there than he is as far as doing interviews and shit. Like, how is he?
Yeah, man. No, Paul is cool, man. I heard so many different things before, you know what I'm saying, getting into the situation about Paul, you know, so like just from everywhere. So like, you know, I kind of just like washed that out and went in ready to just like assess it myself. You know,
Get your own opinion.
Yeah, so far so good, man. Cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tig talk all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shooting text messages and shit. So, you know, yeah, Paul's cool, man. Like from what I've, you know what I mean, and meeting him and shit. You know,
How big did you go to Eminem's house when you went to Detroit?
Oh, we went to the studio.
Oh,
Yeah,
like he's got his own studio, right?
I'm sure he has he has his own studio, but yeah.
So you went to Detroit though?
Yeah, I went to Detroit.
Is that like you got to go to like? I feel like Eminem's not going nowhere. You got to go to Detroit.
Yeah, you gonna come to Detroit?
Like whenever I see like Eminem somewhere else besides Michigan, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, you gonna.
He
come
was
to
in
Detroit.
LA for what?
Yeah,
It must be working on the detox or something.
All right. You gonna pull up to Detroit?
You know if he's working on any new music himself? Because his Music to Be Murdered By is the best shit he's put out in like
Music
10
to
years.
Be Murdered By is hard though, right?
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, the deluxe too. I'm like, damn.
I'm not gonna lie. I said this, because I've been very critical of M and his music over the last 8 or 9 years. Music to Be Murdered By, at the end of the year, was like my second most listened. It made me feel like vintage Eminem.
Yeah.
I felt like he handled some production. It sound because back in the day, M would. It's crazy because I don't think Eminem ever got enough love as a producer because he had a literal sound.
Yeah, he's nasty. He's nasty with it.
But M had a sound where you'd be like, oh no, those are Eminem drums. This sounds like an Eminem beat. Like when he did the cross for Nas or whatever, like, that's an M beat.
Yeah.
And I feel like he kind of got back to like that.
Yeah.
Cause man, shout out, man, listen, bro, Skylar Gray, man. Skylar fucking Gray, man. Listen, when I saw Music to Be Murdered By, I looked at the fucking track list and I got so mad because I saw her name on there again, but she was cool on this one. I'm so God damn, she on every motherfucker.
And it's like, it is crazy because like, I can tell my man's is a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like a M fan, bro.
Gray on every, this broad was on fucking Bad Meets Evil. Why is she on Bad Meets Evil? I want to hear Skylar Gray singing a ballad hook on Bad Meets Evil.
Oh, man,
shout out to her. She owes a lot to M. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey man, listen. Well, look, we're gonna do a freestyle, separate YouTube video. The album is out. I know Eminem and Paul's gonna watch this. At least Paul will. I love Eminem. Next album, just leave Skylar Gray off that motherfucker, man. For me, please. Jesus Christ. All right, there we go.